Okay, Jake, so I wanted to talk to you about this might be the game that I'm most interested in hearing news about for the rest of the year, actually. The more I look into it, the more fascinating it is to me.
You know, I'm hoping you're going to say New World, but you're not going to say
Oh,
New
absolutely
World.
not.
Dang
New
it.
World looks scary.
Amazon New World, check it out, guys. MMO, I'm gonna maybe play it.
Yo, the trailer looks good, but the footage that came out looks very shaky.
I've heard ranging reviews on the footage. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
what game are you looking forward to?
So PUBG Mobile, very specifically mobile, is just fascinating to me because it's not only is it huge, player base like out the wazoo, to steal your phrase from earlier, you know. Yeah, like it eclipses Fortnite. Just PUBG Mobile has more of a player base than all of Fortnite.
There's a lot that people don't know about it.
Yeah,
understandably so. It's
'cause
hard to find a lot of the information.
Yeah, because most of the news isn't happening in Western countries; it's happening in like Eastern. Like most of it's coming out of India
Or the Asian, Asian region, and we don't. It's not really covered here.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to even look it up from our side because like I had to like hop on my VPN to be like, okay, let me hop on Google in India and find news stories and see what's up. Yeah,
someone died playing PUBG Mobile last week. We covered it, but you didn't hear that anywhere on Deserto, on the score. Cheddar, whatever it is.
That's a story that I got from my VPN.
Yes,
going and finding
luckily
like
we have you.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? A player died from overexcitement from PUBG Mobile, and no one heard a thing about it.
Yeah, the actual autopsy report was, it seems that the stroke.
Oh, were you gonna bring that up?
Yeah, I was. No, trust. It ties into everything else, so it's good that you brought it up. Yeah, the actual autopsy report on that was verbatim. It seems that the stroke occurred because the victim was overexcited while playing online game PUBG.
But okay,
insane.
Albeit to defend, of course, the victim here. Apparently, whatever said victim had could have been caused by a lot of things that eventually overexcited them. So it's just incredibly ironic that it's, of course, a video game, so people like to make fun of that in some sense, which is very dark because it's about a guy who died.
You know what though, Jake?
Don't say.
You know what's even crazier? No, you don't even know. You have no idea what I'm about to say because I have no idea. Like when I looked into it, I was like, wow. So PUBG is actually a problem in India. It is an issue. It is a problem of social concern.
Talk about this.
Yes. Yeah.
Please go on. People don't know this.
That one guy who died, he's not alone. There have been several.
Okay, because
like, insane.
When I looked into it, I've seen multiple strokes caused by PUBG.
Yeah.
And I've seen dozens of people from the region call for the ban of PUBG.
It was banned.
He's not the first?
It was banned for a month.
Small part still, right?
It's not anymore, temporarily speaking. But over to like a bunch of people got arrested actually for playing PUBG Mobile, which is
Jesus Christ,
wild.
See, people don't like you can't make this up. Imagine someone dies playing Fortnite and it gets banned in like Idaho for a month because someone in Idaho
and then
died.
A bunch of people get arrested for playing Fortnite
for
in Idaho.
Yeah,
right.
Like breaking down doors. He's like, "Put your hands up!"
Just as a concept, it's insane. Like there was this kid who
What are we talking about?
This guy was on a train, right, playing PUBG Mobile. Apparently, was so distracted that he reaches into his bag, takes a sip of what he thinks is his water, but instead it's just straight chemicals, and dies. And
wait, what did he have? Like nail polish remover?
Yeah, it wasn't precise. It was some kind of cleaning chemical. Like nobody wrote down like the actual composition. But, like
going out like freaking Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
And I'm laughing here because it's just the concept of all this is insane to me.
All whilst playing PUBG.
Yeah, these sound like the kind of headlines you see on The Onion or something, or like some satirical news site.
I can bounce off that because when I was researching, I didn't see another death. That's kind of a. It's not directly correlated, but still, it's a death whilst. But this one, I heard about a 19-year-old who actually got a stroke caused by a blood clot because they were playing PUBG Mobile sitting down for 6 hours straight.
Yeah. And then they also got super excited and hyped up. Apparently their teammate did something they didn't like, and then...
It's...
Just
either it's the game or it's just the region, and I don't know why this is happening only in the Asian scene, but it's been baffling to see this many stories tied to PUBG. It's not funny.
It's funny. It's not funny, but it's like morbidly like what is even going on?
It's
funny.
It's
like what's happening.
Yes.
Just because the sheer volume of incidents is just like you think you've heard maybe one.
We're on to you, PUBG.
But this is like several within a span of like months.
Yeah.
There's also a situation where this guy's wife, right? She was nagging him because he was playing a little bit too much PUBG. So you know what he did? He was like, you know what, you're 4 months pregnant. peace. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go play PUBG, and just left the family.
How are these public stories? How are these brought to the media's attention? Is the real thing? This is a real story.
Yeah,
too?
that was a real story. There was
At least
also
it wasn't a death.
There was a woman who did the same thing with her husband and her 1-year-old child. Who was just like, the husband was like, yeah, maybe dial down the PUBG a little bit, like, you know, spend some time with the family. And she's just like, yeah, I'm out then if that's what I got to do. Like, I'm just like,
Yo,
what?
PUBG is
it's ruining
tearing
lives.
people apart.
It is like actually like
This is actually like a severe addiction.
No,
issue.
yeah, to the point where
I'm never gonna play.
just this week, apparently a lawmaker is calling for another ban of PUBG, but like an actual broad sweeping one, because he's like, okay, guys, it's too much. We need to not.
All I gotta say to this, man, is Tencent ain't gonna let that happen.
They're already making moves to kind of curtail things. Like the last time PUBG got banned, so they were in communication with lawmakers and stuff, and apparently in India, PUBG has a time limit on how long you can play at 6 hours.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, so that blood clot person went right to the brim of 6 hours.
Yeah, I don't know if that happened while the ban was in place.
That'd be really ironic. 6 hours is up. Oh.
No, yeah, it's hard to find like precise information once again, because we're in the U.S.
Yeah.
On like when exactly the ban took place, if it's still active. But everything I could find says the ban, or not the ban, but the time limit of only 6 hours of playtime allowed for PUBG Mobile is still in place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, within the next couple months, I could see.
We're gonna find out.
There could be a ban. Like, if I was a lawmaker, it'd be really hard to argue that you shouldn't ban this game that is literally like ruining people's lives.
We alone here in America have already, we just covered 6 instances of lives being ruined in some form or fashion from one single game
in the past year, not over the course of years, just last year.
So I mean, not many other games can claim that.
Yeah, right.
So certainly, if it's going to be a possibility, and it's already been done once in a smaller part of India, so we'll see. You know, some lawmaker, some upper government figure out there is really pushing for it.
Oh, absolutely.
There's always that one fanatic who's like, I'm going to get PUBG gone forever.
There's probably like a good bit of like older people who are so concerned that their child will start playing PUBG one day.
You got to understand, though,
and
where
they'll
they're
be
coming
lost.
from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, imagine not knowing what something is completely, and all of a sudden it's killing people. You know, you got to understand a little bit.
That's kind of terrifying to hear about. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Especially since it's free. Like,
my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
So will it be banned in this year?
We'll see.
We're gonna see.
We'll find out.
Crazy.